Hold up. So Monique's coming back. Gretchen's back. Rachel Zoe. Tom Girardi, 7 years. And the Brit Eady lawsuit. That's a lot that happened this week. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Asia Esterak Hour, where film meets conspiracy and pop culture gets a reality check. From sharp recaps to sci-fi theories and media deep dives, Asia Esterak serves it unfiltered. Let the binge begin.
All right, welcome back to the Asia Esterak Hour. I'm Asia Esterak, and we are doing a bit of the weekly wind-up. A lot happened in the Housewives orbit and sphere this week. First thing I want to start off with, shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. I went to their concert on Friday night. 29-year-old dream in the making. I've loved them since I was 16. Amazing time. If you love the Wu, go. All right, anyway, so this was last week's news, but I just had to mention it. So Tom Girardi got 7 years for all that fraud and thieving and scheming and no good doing. It's interesting because karma has a funny way of like coming back to collect. You know what I mean? Like he lived all those years in the lap of luxury, spending all them victims' money, just doing the most. And then it came back to haunt him at a time in his life where he probably would need that luxury most. He's old and frail and a hot mess. And, this is just another display of karma. Karma gonna get you at any time. And it usually comes at the most inopportune time for you, hence the word karma. Anyway, Tom Girardi, that's what your ass gets. Okay, so next we got Rachel Zoe. Rachel Zoe is joining the next season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. If you don't know who Rachel Zoe is, she is a fashion designer. She's amazing and actually had a show on Bravo previously, the Rachel Zoe Project. It is kind of weird to me that she's joining the show, another show, when they could just bring her show back. I mean, she's got a lot going on. She's got 2 kids now. She's divorced. It's a lot going on. I think this is an interesting casting choice. I'm not mad at it. This is not her first rodeo. And if you watch the seasons where, Brad was assisting for her on the Rachel Zoe Project, Rachel Zoe got I think she'll be able to handle the ladies. I'm curious who else they're going to cast for the show, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see her mixed with the other ladies, but we'll see what happens, What's up, Rachel Zoe? Okay. Monique Samuels is returning to the Real Housewives of Potomac as a friend of the show at first, apparently. Allegedly, whatever. This is going to be interesting. A lot has happened to Monique since she originally left. I'm surprised to see her back on reality television because she had a lot of negative things to say about her experience, both on the Housewives and on, Love and Marriage, DC. I don't know if you guys watched that first season when her and Chris were on. Woo! You could see the kinks in the marriage, the issue, the problems. They were kind of blaming out on Potomac, but even more on that show. I have a love-hate thing with Monique, but I do follow her on Instagram, and it seems like a lot has happened to her. She's no longer divorced, and she did say in her response to coming back that the audience is going to get to see the new her and the real her. So I'm down for it. We'll see. I mean, she was on the show a minute. She gave us a lot. I kind of hope that she comes back fresh with the ladies. I really don't feel like revisiting any old beefs. I just feel like that's old and tired. Can we come back on clean slate and figure it out? That's just me. But Monique's coming back, and I wonder what Candace thinks of that. I know that's petty and messy, but I'm curious. But hey, we'll see. Okay, the Real Housewives of Orange County, they released their trailer this week. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. This Orange County is in one of my favorites because there's so much drama and just bullshit, and so many interesting characters on the show. So we return. Tamra's back. Tamra's one of my least favorite housewives. I'm conflicted with her because she's great entertainment, but she sucks. I'm sorry. She sucks as a friend, and to me, a bit of as a person. I don't know. But anyway, she's back stirring the bullshit, and apparently she quit mid-season and then came back. So we get to see all that. Gretchen Rossi is back, y'all. I always liked Gretchen, and if Gretchen came back, she's going to be reading Tamra down as she needs to. Tamra did her pretty dirty. Gretchen, you did a lot of stuff that didn't help yourself either. You're not totally innocent, but I know that there's some old grudges in this situation that merit a revisiting. I'm excited though. I'm curious, and it's funny they brought that chick Katie back from last season who stirred all that shit with Heather. That's gonna be interesting, and it seems like her and Shannon are getting into the mix. That comes back in July. I cannot wait. I'm excited for it. Gia Giudice. I want to try to get it right. So Gia has been accused of hiring a third-party ghostwriting service to write a few papers of hers while attending Rutgers University. It wasn't just her, it was a couple other students that have been accused of this. This is not a good look. First of all, Gia is not the first person nor the last to have somebody else write a paper for her in elementary, junior high, high school, college, etc. So that's not the shocking part at all. What's also not the shocking part is Gia being caught up in some sort of fraudulent bullshit. It plays into the family narrative with her and her mom and her dad, which is unfortunate. But so there's rumors on the streets that Andy Cohen wants her to take a step back from the show that she's on, Next Gen NYC, which is really interesting. I just feel like this family is always some bullshit. And I'm curious, is this going to be addressed on the next season of New Jersey or on her current show that she's on? Or if it even came out at the time of filming, I'm not sure. But it's not a good look. And I hate to say this, but I'm not surprised. Okay, and speaking of her show that she's currently on, so Bravo has a new show, Next Gen NYC. It has a few of the housewife kids on the show, as well as some other kids their age that are also friends that are like up and coming creatives, artists, all types of stuff. I watched the first episode. I was surprised at how much I actually liked it. So on the housewife side, we have Brooks from Salt Lake City. His mom is Meredith Marks. I really thought Brooks was going to be annoying because I find him kind of annoying on Salt Lake City. But I actually enjoyed him on the show. And he seemed to be the nucleus, the glue. He seemed to know everyone, all the housewife kids, of course. And also the other group of young people on the show. So that was interesting. His sister popped in and out too, which was kind of neat. We also have Riley, which is Candy Burris' daughter. Candy's from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Riley's dope. Cool to see her journey. Apparently her mom has given her 1 year to get it together before she cuts her off financially. Yes, she went to college, but she's trying to be a professional DJ. Female DJs make more money anyway. Do you, Riley? Cool to see her. And then we have Ariana, which is Kim Zolciak Bierman, or is it Zolciak? Youngest daughter of the older daughters before her new kids with Croy. I always liked Ariana because she seemed to be separated from the rest of them. She was the one that you didn't hear about the most. You were always hearing about Brielle or Kim and Croy. But Ariana, her story is interesting as hell. So she's out the gate letting you know about the bullshit with her mom. So according to Ariana, she started being an influencer on Instagram at 14 and was making money. How funny that she was making money, probably more than her mom and her sister, and you didn't even hear about it because she wasn't all in your face. You know, for her, she was treating it as a job. The vibe I get from her is that she's very responsible and has her shit together. This is the vibe that I get from her. But basically, her mama was spending all her money, allegedly. They spent all her damn money. And now she's broken away. Her boyfriend's on the show with her. They've been together like 7 years, she said. This is wild. Who knew any of this? And her boyfriend's family owns the Zaxby's chain. So he comes from money, but he doesn't seem to be a Nepo baby acting. I mean, technically him and Ariana are Nepo babies, but he seemed to have his shit together. We learned from their scenes that Kim still calls Ariana asking her for money. He doesn't like it, and he alluded, he didn't say it, but what I took from that conversation is that he was like, how do you know that she's asking money for bills and not spending it on other stuff? So apparently her mother be asking her for money. And Ariana said she feels bad. She's like, my mom, you know, she has 4 kids to raise. And I just, if I choose to watch this show, because I'm not sure yet, it's a lot of young people, teenage angst. I'm about to be 44 in 2 weeks. The angst part is out of me. I may watch the show, but I'm not sure if I necessarily will review it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a Gemini, flip-flop day by day. But Ariana's story is interesting. Her mom and her mother, they show like an extended trailer of what's to come this season. Her mom appears on the show. So you know what? Flip-flopper. Maybe I still will watch. Maybe I'll review. I don't know. But Ariana seems to have her shit together. And I'm not feeling the issue with her mom. So the other people that aren't housewives kids. So there's this young white dude, cute, flirty. I'm not sure what he does. It sounded like he does day trading, but his dad also is like super rich and gives him an allowance. He seems to be a playboy and he likes Brooke's sister. This is only the first episode though. There's another girl that they briefly touch on who I think is going to appear more in the second episode, and it seems to be a model and into fashion. And then there's this chick Georgia who's all in the blogs right now with Riley. She's a fashion creative consultant. Very interesting. I was rocking with her till she's like, yeah, so I don't wash my hands. I don't believe in that. And I don't understand the point of even telling anybody this. Why are you sharing this? Like, I was really trying to understand, like, why would she go on national TV and share that she doesn't like to wash her hands? And I don't know. But anyway, so the story in the blogs this week was that Riley doesn't want anything to do with her as far as washing, shaking her hands or anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, girl, you can't get mad because you're the one that brought it to the show. But anyway, that's my short, quick review within the weekly windup about Next Gen NYC. I like what I saw so far. I'm on the fence if I'm going to review it or not, but I am interested into it. Okay. Last, fix that, but not least. So Brit Eady is suing Bravo and NBC Universal for $20 million. She's accusing them of sexual harassment and defamation. So kudos to you, Brit Eady, for being everything that we thought you were. You ain't shit. So apparently, according to her, because she didn't show up to the reunion, but according to her, that she's saying that Bravo and NBC made a fool out of her because it turns out those photos that Kenya showed at her spa opening apparently weren't of Brit Eady, and Brit is accusing the network and NBC Universal of perpetuating the idea that those were her in the photos. I'm sorry. Okay, you sat on the show with your husband in the episode following all that shit, crying about it and feeling humiliated and saying that it was going to affect you and your businesses. This chick wasn't shit from the beginning. I called it. She gave me scanner hoey energy. And what is she? Or not scanner, scammer hoey energy. And she's all that. She's all of that. And Andy Cohen tweeted seemingly, he didn't directly respond, but tweeted to the fact that he said something like, this is a level of petty that even I've never seen. I have to agree with you. First of all, you're not going to win, Brit Eady. The show, all the footage that they've seen in America, the whole world has seen, is enough to sink your battleship. So what are you talking about, $20 million? The reality is she didn't want to show up to that reunion because she had shit to answer for, and she wasn't ready for that. Oh, girl was not ready. She acted confident, but she wasn't. The reality was you don't stand in your shit. People like Jocelyn Hernandez, who came on reality television with the bullshit, she succeeded because she stood in her shit and owned it. Brit, you could have took your shit really far if you had stood in your shit and owned it. Just my 2 cents on that, but ain't that a bitch. All right, Bravo, so quit playing around. Bring Kenya back. You got Phaedra. Let's get Nene back. Let's figure this shit out. Come on, let's figure it out. Keep all the other new girls. I'm on the fence about Drew, but Drew is entertaining. I can't stand her. She lies about everything, but maybe keep her, maybe not. I don't know, but whoever vouched for Brit Eady to be on the show and pitched her and produced her, your ass should be fired. Anyway, thank you for watching the Asia Esterak Hour, and this was the weekly wind up. Happy Sunday. Drink some water.